In this video, I'll demonstrate a centered picot bind-off. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. So a centered picot bind-off centers the picot on above a single stitch instead of between two stitches. So let me show you the difference between these two bind-offs. Here's a regular picot bind-off along this edge. The picots end up sitting between two stitches and you get this little hole right below. But you can work this bind-off in a way that centers the picot above a column of stitches and you eliminate that hole that's present. Let me show you how to work this. You'll need a locking stitch marker. You begin your bind off as normal and you bind off until you reach your first picot spot. So let's say I need to bind off 2 and then I'm going to begin my picot. I bind off to that stitch where I want to center my picot bind off. Then I use a locking stitch marker and I mark the left leg of that stitch that's been bound off. Well, this one hasn't been bound off, but it's on the right hand needle here. So I mark the left leg of that stitch. And now I slip this stitch back to the left needle to begin making my picots. I need to cast on. So I'm going to use the knitted cast on method and I'm going to cast on, say, 3. I'll cast on 2. So there's my picot stitches, and then I begin binding off my picot stitches. 1, 2, and then when I reach this spot, I lift that left leg of that stitch and place it on the left hand needle and bind off the last picot stitch there with that stitch. And this centers that picot, and then I continue binding off until my next picot. So let's say I have 2 stitches and now I'm going to start another picot. So I bind off to there. I mark, don't know if you can hear the cat, Ophelia is purring on my desk. So I mark that left leg of that stitch. I slip this stitch back to the left hand needle and begin casting on my picot stitches. I'll cast on another 2. 1, 2, and then I bind them off. So bind off, bind off. I've reached that spot, so I lift that left leg and put it on the left hand needle like so and knit it and bind off the last picot stitch, then continue binding off across my row, and so on. So let me show you. My picot is centered in that column of stitches and there's no gap. So again, here's the regular picot bind off. And here's a variety of picot sizes, but worked so that they are centered above a column of stitches. So that's a quick demonstration on how to center your picots above a column of stitches when you work a picot bind off. Did you find this interesting? Have you used this method before? Let me know in the comments below. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.